Hey, what's going on? I want to share with you what supplements I take and what I eat pretty much throughout the day as a 26-year-old male turning 27. It's kind of hard to tell, but I've been going to the gym for about 9 years now, and I like to wear like oversized t-shirts and all, but I think that if I flex a little bit, it does show. So I just wanted to kind of let you in on what I've done throughout the years and what I'm doing currently. So we can start with that. I just pulled this shit out of the freezer. It's a T-bone. So I'm a big meat eater. I am a firm believer that meat is pretty much the healthiest thing you can eat. So I'm mostly meat based, although I do like my chips at times. I gotta admit, my French fries and shit like that. But I'm trying to eat pretty much like 50% of my calories comes from animal-based products. Now I'm trying to push that to 100 as much as I can, but realistically speaking, I'm probably at 50. I supplement that. I try to eat fish. I'm from Norway. There's a lot of fish here, right? But I supplement that with omega-3 fish oils. Do I feel better? I don't know. Hard to kind of tell when you're taking a lot of different things at the same time. But do I feel better now that I'm on supplements versus off? 100%. So I'm taking fish oils. It says a recommended dose is 1. I usually take 2. Can't really hurt, can it? Another one that I start with is Tonkat Ali. I'm taking 2 a day, and typically they say you need to wait about, 30 days until you kind of feel a difference. Now, I started taking this stack, so I've taken supplements before, but I started taking this stack about 2 weeks ago. I do feel better. What it comes down to is kind of hard to pinpoint, but I just want to share with you the full stack, and then you can pick and choose from there. There's a lot of attention on creatine right now, and what you're seeing here, let me zoom that in for you. Will it focus? There we go. It's not pure creatine monohydrate, but it's in this Cre-alkaline or Cre-alkaline, whatever form. And the reason for that is when I do monohydrate, my gut gets so messed up. Like even if I don't dose it, like people usually do a high dose at the start, it just doesn't cut it at all for me. I started bloating. I started having all kinds of gut issues, and so I tried this Cre-alkaline, whatever, and it seems to be doing the trick. I took it in the morning at first, but then I had an upset stomach. I've started taking it with food, and it's doing pretty well. Have I increased a lot in the gym? Not really, but I have increased, and I'm also in a caloric deficit, so things are moving in the right direction. Another supplement that I just started taking, magnesium malate. And this is a special type of form because there's different magnesiums you can take. This is the one that Jack Kruse recommended if I were to take magnesium. And by the way, he recommends all of these. Besides the creatine, he is opposed to it, but whatever. We're doing that not for the brains, but for the guns. And so yeah. There's different forms of magnesium malate. Now, I take this one. That's the one that Jack Kruse recommended. He pretty much recommends this whole stack that I'm taking, minus the creatine. He is opposed to that. He says it's not really necessary for the brain if you have normal ATP production and whatnot. But everyone else is talking good about it. And I was like, all right, fuck it. Let me try. Let me see how I feel when I'm on it. What Jack Kruse says is essentially, hey, if you have it optimized naturally, you don't really have to supplement with all that much. But the problem is we live in an environment that is so polluted, not just from the food, but mostly the light environment that we're in, hence these glasses. You can supplement with it, some of them. One of those things is the vitamin K. So I have a vitamin K here. There we go. And K, you should take those two together, and some C iodine, I guess, for absorption. This one is unopened, and the reason is it's August, and typically, there should be summer now, right? But I'm in Norway. There's no sun, pretty much, and so Jack Kruse says either you get exposed to the cold, which he really recommends for us Norwegians. I mean, I say us Norwegians, but biologically I'm Bosnians, which also complicates the matter further. So if your body makes it, or if your body creates it, don't take it, kind of thing. And vitamin D, obviously, if you're in the sun, your body should be able to create it if you don't wear sunscreen and all that shit. But since there's no sun in Norway, I guess I can supplement with it. So I'm going to start doing that if I say mid-August, if there's no more sun left of the year. We'll see about that. And then lastly, the glasses that I'm wearing. Now I have 2 pairs. I have the yellow ones, which are these, which I use typically throughout the day to kind of suppress some of that blue light. And then I have these ones, which I put on, say 2 to 3 hours before bed, ideally, but let's be real, I don't really do that every night. But these ones block 100% of the UV. Now, every color is distorted now. I thought I could live with it and work with it kind of on a day-to-day basis. Won't happen. I mean, the color blue is just not blue anymore pretty much, and blue light just is blocked. And so when I see an ambulance, for example, with the blue siren on, I don't see the siren. I can just hear it, and I can kind of see it coming in from the sides, but directly looking at it, it's just pitch black. There's just nothing happening. Crazy. So that's kind of how the world looks like through these glasses. You can kind of get a feel there, right? So it's interesting. It's really nice, and I spent a lot of money getting these, but you know, health is wealth, and that's what we're doing. Before I leave, I just wanted to quickly show you kind of what the research phase was, because obviously there's a million supplements you can take. I wanted mine to be based on Jack Kruse's recommendation, and so what I did was essentially use Mountainous AI to do some deep research on the different types of supplements that I could take potentially, because you know, you need to be wary on what you're taking and understand why you're taking it. And so, you know, I went back and forth for a few days, honestly, kind of reading up on all the different articles that were submitted or given back to me. I cross-checked this all with a friend of mine. He was also into minerals. I didn't want to fuck with that at this point in time. And we made a list over the best products in each category, because you got to be very cautious when you're buying supplements, because, you know, if the quality is bad, obviously the quality and the results you're getting from it will be bad. And so we kind of cross-checked a lot of different links, a lot of different stores, and found the best ones for each of these. So I'm essentially gonna give you the list in the description down below if you want to give it a test for yourself. Done.